Welcome back to the channel. So today we will be covering this very important interview problem, that is the difference in rank, dense rank and row number. Okay. So for this problem, we will be considering this employee data where we have the data of the employee and the columns of the this employee data are employee ID, name, department and salary. Okay. So let's create the data frame. So here if you see, we are creating the data frame. Okay, and let me run this. So, okay, data should not, okay, are we making any mistake? So let me run this again and let me run this again. Okay, awesome. So now if you see, we have these 10 records um, where we have the employee details like employee ID, employee name, sales, and salary. Okay, now, so like while applying the window function, or we can say that while using the rank, dense rank, or row number, we have two conditions. One, without using partitioning of the data. Second, with partitioning and ordering of the data, right? So let's see. First case, we will not be partitioning the data on any of the column. We will simply see the rank, dense rank, and row number on just ordering the data. So now, so as we know, like in window function, we have two part, right? First, using the functions, right, like rank, dense rank, and row number. Second thing is defining the window. So let's create the window. So we will write window def. So basically, window def means window definition, right? And we will use window dot, and we will write order by, and on which column we will order the data on the salary column. Okay, and let's see how this will create the rank, dense rank, and row number. Okay, so let me write this, and we will sort this salary in the descending order. So for that, what we can do, we can provide the DSC over here, right? And since we are using the window here and then the DSC here, so we will, and the call also, so we will have to import these things, right? So let me write all these things in import. So we will write from pyspark.sql.SQL import. So first of all, we will import the window, right? So let me write window, and then from pyspark.sql.functions, we will import what all things we need. We need rank, we need dense rank, we need row number, and then we need call, and then we need DSC, right? So let me run this. Okay, we have made in a, okay, so we have not written import over here. Okay, so let me run this. Okay, now we have this window ready, right? So what we are doing, we are just writing the order by, and that's it. And we are ordering this data salary in the descending order. So let me run this. Okay, now we have the window. Now let's create the let's create the uh, rank data. So that is, we can say that a rank df is equal to, we will write employee data. So we want to apply the ranking on the employee data. We can write with column. So we need three columns, right? So what we will do, let me explain you over here. So what we will do, we will having this data, that is employee data, and then we will create three columns. That is, we will have rank, and then dense rank, and then row number, right? So these three columns we will create. So as I have told these things many times, whenever we need to create a new column, whenever we need to create a new column, we use with column, right? We use with column along with the data frame, right? So let's use this and solve this problem. Okay, so we will write with column. The first column, let's give this as row number, right? So row number is very simple to understand. So row number, and we will write row number dot over. So this is the syntax, basically the window function which we are using, and then over, and then here we need to pass the window definition. So this is the window definition, right? We are just ordering the data. So this is the first thing. Okay, now the second thing, we need a second column, so we can just alias we can just chain this operations. So we can write with columns. Second, we need rank, right? And same thing, we will use rank, and then we can write over, and we can pass the window definition, right? So that's it. Now, the third thing is we need dense rank, right? So we will write with column, and then dense rank, and then here dense rank over, and then we will provide the window definition. So you might be wondering, why am I passing the same window definition, the same this window def, right, uh, in the over? Because we want to see the behavior, we want to see the behavior of this all these three function at the same time, right? So that's why, like, we will compare the data between the, okay. So let me first run over here, and then we'll see the result later. Okay, so this we have written. So let me explain you this again. So this might be your first time writing this function. So let me explain you. So as I mentioned, we need a new column. So that's why with column, and then we need to give the name. So here this is the name of the column, and then here we are using the window function, and then here we are passing the definition. Similar, all these things are same in all the three functions over here, and you can see here we are chaining this operation, right? So let's see the output of this, right? So let me print the data now. So we can write rankdf dot so, right? And let me run this. Okay, okay. Now it's time to understand this data, right? So let me zoom a little bit, then we will understand how this data is coming. So let's see. Okay. So now if you see, we are just ordering the salary. We are just ordering this in the descending order, right? So if you see, these are in the descending order. This is the maximum salary, and this is the minimum salary. So now let's understand first the row number. So what row number says, it keeps on like writing the numbers, that is the increasing order number. It doesn't bother about these data. It doesn't bother about these data. It like keep on continue writing the number in by increasing by one step. So if you see, the rank for the first record is 1. So if you see here also, the rank of the second record is 2. Rank of third record is 3. Rank of fourth record is 4. So on and so forth till 10. So this is simple, right? It don't bother about what is we are doing with the data, right? So this is row number. This is very simple to understand. Okay. So let me erase these things. Okay. Okay. So now let me change the color of pen. Okay. Okay, now it's time to understand this rank. Okay, so these two are related to each other, right? We will create a scenario and see how these are working. So if you see here, these three, like the sales department salary is same, right? 75,000. So for all of them, the salary is same. So that's why we are getting a rank for all of them as 1. Got it? Okay, now. So if you see, we are not partitioning the data. We don't have any partition, right? We don't have any partition. So let's see how this is working. So let me erase these things. We have reached till this point. We have reached till this point, right? Now, so if you see, for the next record, that is Dhoni, we have, if you see the rank is 4, but tenth rank is 2. Let's see how. Let's see how this is working. The rank is 2 in this case. Okay, let me change the color of pen. So rank is 2 in the dense rank, but here if you see, it is not the case, right? It is 4 over here. So how it is happening? So what rank says, it keeps on like increasing the number internally, but it print the next continuous number. So if you see, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is the fourth data. So that's why it is printing 4. It is like skipping the numbers. But in case of dense rank, see, the value for the above records is same, but this is not skipping the number. Here we have 4 itself. Here we have 4 itself, right? So let me clear the board and let's understand again, right? So if you see here, we are getting 4, but here we have 2. So what we can say, rank skip the rows, skip the row numbers, right? But dense rank, dense rank don't skip the number, don't skip the number, right? So here we have 3 and here we have 4. Let's see the next case. So if we see here this, so there is nothing is similar, so that's why we have 5 and here we have 3. Similarly, for this salary we have 6 and here we have 4. For this one we have 7, here we have 5. Now if you see, these two records are same, 46000, 46000. Now if you see, now the next thing is 8. So this, so we know, okay, this one will be 8 only, right? This one will be 8 only. But here also we have 6, 5 and then 6. But the next case, if you see, again we have 8 since the value is same. This is what we saw over here also. When the salary is same, we are getting the same rank. But here also, if you see, we have same. But the next thing, this is important. 6 and then we are getting 7. But here we are getting 10. Why? Because this is 8, this should be 9, and this is 10. So again, we are proving this, that a rank skip the values, rank skip the value. So I think you must have understand this very in a very clear way, right? So what you can do, you can practice these things. I will provide the create statement, right? And you can practice and play with it, right? So this is the first case where we are not partitioning the data. Here we are not partitioning the data. Now the second case will be where we will be partitioning and we will ordering the data. So this is the second case. Now let's jump to the second case and see how we can like how the behavior of this rank, dense rank, and row number. Okay, okay. So we saw the normal case, that is where we are just having this ordering of the data. We are not partitioning the data, but now the next case will be where we will partition the data and then order the data also. Okay. So now let's copy this. Let's copy this window definition and write over here and just we will modify this. So as I mentioned, so let's keep it far away. So let's write partition by, we will partition the data on which column? Department column. So let me show you why department. Okay, so now if you see in the input data, we have multiple departments like sales, HR, IT. So that will be easy for us to understand because there are no other column on which we can partition the data properly, right? So let me write partition by this column and then this thing, right? We will join back this data, order by this, right? And we are keeping the same salary in the descending order. Let me run this. Now we have the odd this window defined. Okay, so now the next thing again the same. So what we can do, we can just copy this. We don't need to again write the things. We are just changing the window definition and rest all the things are same, right? So let's see. Now let's show the data. So we can write ranked df dot show and let me run this. Okay, now here it comes where we can like brainstorm on this and understand how this is working. So let me again open this. Okay, so now since we have partitioned the data, we have partitioned the data on department, right? Department, right? Department. Okay, so we have partitioned the data on the department. So if you see here, this is the department one. So this is department HR. Now, second, This is department IT, and this is the third partition, that is department sales. So we have partition 1, partition 2, and partition 3. Okay. Now, so all the things which we saw above, all the things which we saw over here. So if you see, these things were on the, okay, the first result. Okay. So all this ranking and all, everything was on the this salary level, right? Salary column level, but we were not partitioning the data. But if you see this thing, um, but if you see these things, okay, let me, yeah. But if you see these things, here we have partitioning, partitioning the data on the department column, right? So now let's understand how the rank, dense rank, all these things are working. So if you see, let's understand this simple one, that is row number. So if you see, we have 1, 2, 3. Since we have three records. Now, again, when the partition is changing, now if you see, we have the second partition. Let me change the color of the pen and then we can understand. Okay, now, so if you see here, we are changing the, we are changing the department. Now, again, this is starting from 1. It is not starting from where it left before, right? Again, we have 1, 2, 3. Again here, if you see, this is partition changing. Again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think this is quite simple to understand, right? So when we partition the data, again, for each partition, the numbers start from 1. Okay, now, so this we have understood. So let me explain you the next thing. Okay, now we will compare the rank and the dense rank, then we can understand it properly. Now, if you see for this two record, the salary is same, department is also same. So we are getting 1, 1, here also 1, 1. Now, the tricky part is, as we know, rank, what it does, rank will skip the numbers. Rank will skip the numbers, and dense rank, this will not skip the number, right? Thus we know from the formula. So if you see here, these two salaries are same. That's why we are getting the same rank, right? Both the places. But here, if you see, this has skipped the number. So we have 3, right? Because this is the third. And similarly, in the dense rank, we don't have any skip. So this is 2. Okay. Now, again, if you see, the department is changing. So this was partition 1. This is partitioning 2. Again, now, if you see, these three salaries are not same. Let me remove these things. So if you see here, 55 double triple zero, 53 triple zero, 50 000. These three values are not same. So that's why we have these behavior as like row number, because all the things are not same, and we are getting ranking based on the descending order of the salary. And since this has the highest salary, so we are getting the rank 1, and this one is the second highest, so we are getting rank 2, and for similar for this one. Okay, now so we have understood these two part. Now let's understand the fourth part. Okay, so if you see here, these three these three values are same. Let me change the color of the pen. Okay, so let's understand it. Okay, so if you see here, these three records are having the same salary, right? In the same department. So this was part 1, this was part 2, and this is part 3. We have already understood these part, but we need to understand this one. This is special case. Okay, let me explain. So if you see, these three are having the same salary. So that's why the rank of each and every um, employee is 1. But if you see, again, the value is changing. Now, the rank here starting, like the rank is 4. Why? Because this was 1, this was 2, this was 3, this was 4. And as we know, a rank basically what it does, rank skip the values. So that's why we have 4 over here. And similarly, this doesn't skip. So after 1, we have 2. So I think this is pretty much it. And you must have understood each and everything properly, right? So I will provide the create statement. You can try it by yourself. And if you're new to this channel, you can check out other playlist also. We have a lot of interview related content. So yes, let's meet in the next problem. Until then, bye.